Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm so sorry it's been forever since I put out any content, but here we are in my humble abode. I'm gonna walk you guys through the death row gym that I created, talk a little bit what's going on in my life, train a few clients, train myself, got a whole lot of action coming at you. So let's walk on and go check out the gym. All right, so as you enter in, this is kind of the part two of the gym that I created. I had a smaller tent with a couple pieces of equipment in there, and I started training a lot more athletes. So I needed to get stuff to actually train athletes instead of just bodybuilders and physique type athletes. So I extended and did a 20 by 10 foot tent. And out here, I've got a bunch of fun little toys. I've got this sled that has an electric brake on it. So as you push, the resistance increases. So you don't even need to add plates on it. I mean, just this thing alone kills me, just trying to push it up and down the whole driveway. And we've got the glute ham bridge, rowing machine, spin bike, assault bike, my old rims and tires for my truck. Then I've got this badass piece of equipment here from Arsenal Strength. It is a really heavy duty power rack that does just about everything. And it is severely underutilized because it was either so hot during the summer that you didn't want to be out here, or now it's so cool during the mornings and stuff you don't want to be out here. So let's mosey on in, check out the guts of the gym. Come on, Bo. Go to your bed. So here we are. We're at home at the death row gym. So first piece of equipment I bought when COVID hit was the BowFlex. Just like everybody else, I thought it was gonna be 15 days to flatten the curb, but I needed to do something. So my training partner, one of my clients, and I said, let's just pick something up for the house so we can at least work out for the 2 weeks while everything was shut down. And then as we saw that things were getting worse and worse, I just started procuring other pieces of equipment. I went with a belt squat here to do legs. And then I ended up finding a set of dumbbells and a bench. And then I had the treadmill pre-existing. We had bought that treadmill actually for Helen, our German Shepherd, because she was so high strung and had so much energy that we found a used crappy treadmill that was pretty cheap and would run her on it. I had a guy come down and service it and had a few things go wrong with it. At this point, it's basically a brand new treadmill for dirt cheap. And then the same place I bought the dumbbells and stuff at, when I went to go pick them up, they ended up being a used equipment warehouse. So I was able to get my hands on this leg press here, and then the chest press over in the corner. And then the next piece I picked up was this rack here. It's a single stack from Prime, but it's really handy because it's got attachments to do lat pull downs, a seat that you hook in there. And then it's got foot placements to do seated rows on, do arms and everything on it. I use the BowFlex bench for the row. And then from there, I purchased the leg extension, leg curl combination machine, because you can do them on the BowFlex leg extension. Actually, leg extension is really good on the BowFlex, but for leg curl, you have to do single leg curl. You don't have a regular seated leg curl. And we can also do lying leg curls. I can jimmy rig some stuff on the floor here with a cable. So pretty much this is a complete gym setup. Anything you could ever want and ever need, I have within my little garage that was once just loaded with all my ex-wife shit. And then with the outside area. And again, it was one of those situations where, you know, I have to work. I have to make money. I have a mortgage to pay. I had car payments to pay. So with gyms shutting down, I had to do something in order to make money and survive and maintain my sanity as well. So I put about a little over $40,000 into everything to get it all. But it ended up being one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, because the type of clientele base that I got over the past 9 months has just been out of this world. I'm working with so many celebrities and professional athletes that want that kind of quiet, cozy space. You know, they wouldn't even come to a commercial gym. So if I was still training people at Gold's Gym, I probably wouldn't have the clientele base that I have at this point. So definitely the best decision I've made. And just to wake up and walk out your door and be at work. And if a client cancels, I don't have to sit around in some place and wait forever. I'm just home. So it's been an amazing investment and an amazing game changer in my life for sure. So I'm gonna show you what else I've done here. So this was just a empty spare room when we bought the house. And I had an idea of eventually turning it into a studio apartment. So I'm on the finishing touches of that. I'm supposed to have final inspection soon. I've got a friend that's back home from New Hampshire that's gonna rent it out. He'll be here like maybe 6 weeks out of the entire year, and he's gonna pay for it all up front. So I don't want anybody living here all the time, but a little extra money is always nice. But more, this is just to have a space for when friends and family and things like that wanna come visit. They have their own kind of quiet, separate space, and he doesn't care. He'll be in and out, you know, very rarely. So came out pretty nice. Bathroom's really nice in here.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So I mean, it's nothing special, but like, yeah, I put a futon right here, and I bought this TV mount. So the TV mount actually mounts to the ceiling, and it has a remote.
Oh, cool.
So the TV can drop down and then lift back up, so it's not just in the way and you're smashing your head on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it'd be kind of, you know, you can put a desk over here.
Yeah.
Go into the house. So I did a lot of work to the bedroom, kind of redecorated the house after the divorce. Had to kind of change the energy up a little bit. So I put this accent wall up, put up all new paintings and mirrors, and just tried to change the entire energy of the room to make it livable. Because you can imagine, it was a lot of lonely, dark nights trying to sleep in this place, and having it the same exact way as it was while we were still together was kind of rough. So changed up a lot throughout the whole house, painted some rooms differently colored that she had painted, and put all new artwork and drawings and knickknacks and stuff out just to change the whole flow of the house. Come on out here. Unfortunately, I put this god-ass ugly recliner out here. So this was in my office, right behind the bedroom, and I had a little TV back there, and I had the compression boots. So really the only time I ever used it was if my legs were really sore after a leg day and I just wanted to go hide out in my office and watch a movie or watch sports or something. But with both of us here now, this is Josh, by the way. This is my best friend growing up. I'll tell you a little about his story in a minute. But yeah, we moved this out here. That way we can both like lay down, because that couch right there is great for just directly sitting and watching the TV, but two guys laying down trying to watch football or a movie or together, something like that, it wasn't really that comfortable. So drag this out here. So it doesn't look that pretty, but it serves its purpose. And then we got the Wiggles. You guys remember him? So Francis stayed with me. He's my little boy. Sleeps next to me every night, comes into the gym. All my clients love him. So he's supposed to lay in his bed the whole time that he's in there, but most of my clients cheat and they call him over and want to love him, so he gets spoiled. He is, you know, it was obviously very lonely for him the first few weeks, not having any brothers or sisters around. His entire life, he's had at least 2 other dogs around him at all times. He's never been alone. But also on the flip side, he's never really had a ton of one-on-one time, you know, with humans. You know, with 4, 5, 6 dogs here sometimes, it was really hard to give attention to each individual dog, so they kind of were left on their own a lot. At night they'd come out and mingle with us, but now he's by our side 24/7. He's by my side, or he's with Josh, so he's got a lot more attention and meets a lot more new people every day. So it's a win-win for him, because he's a baby and he loves his nurturing and his cuddling. So best decision I made, and it just allows me to actually bond with him even more. You know, much as I love my other dogs, having that many creates a stressful environment. And not only that, but with such limited time, you have to try to break up that time evenly between all the animals. You know, I try not to show anybody any particular animal favoritism. So I'm literally like counting ahead, like 10 seconds worth of petting, 10 seconds worth of petting, 10 seconds worth of petting. So now it's just me and him, and we connect so much more. And teaching him to, you know, just stay by my side. You know, eventually I'd like to get to a point where he can go everywhere with me, fly with me, be at work with me at the gym when we do open, go on road trips, so that I trust him off leash and he won't run away and he'll stick with me. So he's getting good. Huh, Bubba? Huh. All right, on to Josh.
What's going on?
So I think I briefly discussed things my last video. So when I first had the concept of opening up my performance center, I wanted to hire Josh as my GM. And Josh worked for Waffle House, was a corporate manager there, managed 30 something stores, 30 restaurants throughout 3 different states. So I know he has the capabilities of managing people, managing stressful situations, keeping budgets in place. You know, he worked up the corporate ladder in Waffle House really quickly. So when I pitched the idea, he was like, I can't do it, man. He's like, I'm making great money right now. I'm only going to be making more. My incentives, you know, for retirement and things like that are just are too great to step away. Too much security. And I think I mentioned that, you know, on June 21st, Steph asked to leave me. Then June 22nd, I get a phone call out of the blue from him. He had no idea. And he just said he's ready for a change of life. And so I flew him out here. He met with my business partner, my investor, and my investor liked him. I was like, so what do you think? He's like, hey, if you vouch for him, this is your business. We want to do things your way. You know, he seems like a great guy, so we're going to trust you on this. So he put in his notice at work, and he's been out here for 2 months now. And you know, the plan was for him to get him out here early, get acclimated to LA, which kind of sucks, the coronavirus. We can't do anything. So all he's seen is the inside of this gym and the inside of Coast Fitness, where we train at sometimes. But you know, just get him a couple clients, make a little bit of money, and then hopefully after the new year, when my life slows down a little bit, we can actually start traveling and, you know, exploring California, trying to create a little bit of a life for ourselves before the gym opens up and we're full go, just focused on making that happen, you know, because we're committed to making this a success. So we know that life's gonna be pretty limited once we do open. So try to take advantage of it now. So he's been here for 2 months. He lives in the other bedroom there. He's got his own little bathroom and stuff. So he's got his own little community. And so far so good. We haven't killed each other yet, or he hasn't tried to kill me, I should say. But
it's coming.
yeah, but it's been great for me. You know, obviously, again, just being alone during that whole process was so hard. Like, there was nights that just, you know, at 6 o'clock, I'd be like, I got nothing to do, I'm going to bed. I don't want to be sitting here in my own thoughts. So having him around and having someone to distract me and help me deal with the whole process of the divorce and everything's been amazing. You know, kind of bringing someone back into my life that was such a huge part of it from such a young age, and kind of rekindle that friendship again, and creating something together, and you know, helping each other with our own issues in life, and trying to make each other better is probably one of the best things part about it. You know, as I'll talk about soon, I'm doing a lot of work on myself, trying to become a better person for myself. And you know, Josh, if I start acting out of line, you know, he'll step up and say something, you know, put me in my place, which is, you know, what I need sometimes. You need someone to open your eyes a little bit that, hey, you are being a little hard on people, you know, you're a little over the top, you're expecting a little too much. And so he's put me in my place, and it's a good situation for all of us. So I'm excited for what the future's to come, and I'm excited for him as well. You know, it's this is a whole new start in life for him. He's you know, although he had a great career, he had no life. He was just dedicated to work, you know, in and out of hotel rooms 3-4 nights a week, driving all over different states, checking in on people. You know, he hasn't had a girlfriend in forever, hasn't had any type of social life in forever. You know, he gave up the gym. The gym used to be a huge part of his life, and now he's finally getting back into that after like 3-year hiatus. You know, and even before then, it wasn't really that consistent. So it's been a great, I think, move for both of us to start this new journey, and it's exciting. So that's about it for now. We'll get into a little more detail on other stuff later. Got the pad like this. Your fingers, 3 fingers, and just kind of. You can probably take a little more juice. It should be a little more jumpy, so turn them up a little bit. Like 2 points. So right now, Josh is going through his first rehab session. So like I said, Josh moving out here, one of the things we did was, you know, Josh has his degree in exercise science, so he understands body mechanics. Josh was actually the person that got me into bodybuilding.
You're welcome.
We were workout partners throughout high school, our whole lives. So
Right there.
I'm having him train some clients
Right there.
to make a little money to survive, and teaching him how to use the Newbie. So he's become pretty proficient with training aspect of it. But this is his first rehab session. So I kind of just walk him through how he should do it. And got it?
Yeah.
All right. So just kind of showing him what he needs to do for his first rehab session. Lou, you guys remember from all my YouTube videos.
What's up, guys?
Sucks in his ass again. So Lou's having some knee pains. You know, he's had some ongoing knee issues for years now, and just hit a point that he finally realized, shit, I need some work done. So
Yeah.
he's gonna do a little knee rehab in, and then he's also got some ankle issues. He's got metal plates and shit in his ankles. So we have a foot bath here, which Lou's gonna soak his whole foot in the warm water and do some movements after as well. So just
turn
kind
it
of,
down.
what's that?
Just turn it
Turn
down.
it down. Yep. So what you want to ask them too is, which spots did they feel had the most pain? Whatever spots had the most pain is where you put the black lead, because it's going to get the most power. He goes, cool. So, all right. If you need me, text me.
I will. Good luck to me.
Yeah. Good luck to Lou more like anything. All right, so here we are. We got the one and only, the Blade, the winningest bodybuilder of all time, and a week and a half out, a little over a week and a half from his final Olympia, the 20th one. So 21st Olympia. So Dex reached out a few months ago. I trained him last year getting ready for the Olympia on quads and for the Arnold on quads on the Newbie, and he wanted to try a couple different body parts, and somehow his ass got suckered into training me full time. So I zap him every day, and just trying to see what we can get out of this old man on his final hoorah. So we're gonna hit some chest today, and be a short little sweet workout, get him on his merry little way, and hopefully we can see the best Dexter we've seen in a few years, which I think he feels that way. So it's an exciting year. Down to the nitty gritty. So let's get after it. There you go, Dex. Come on. Here we go. 4. Come on. 3. 2. Yep. Good. How's that weight? Good there? Squeeze the fuck out of it. Squeeze that chest together. Good. Come on. Squeeze it. Come on, Dex. 3. Come on. 2 more. Squeeze it. Nice. Oh!
Tomorrow too.
Yeah, it's two games today. Oh, is it? Yeah. All right, so I was talking about part of my midlife crisis that I had. So I had already bought this truck. It was lifted with rims and tires on it. And I decided to go bigger. I'm like, I want bigger rims and tires. The other ones didn't look beefy enough. So I got these gigantic 22 by 12-inch wide rims and 37 by 13.5-inch wide tires. And my existing lift kit wasn't big enough. So what was just supposed to be about a $4,500 new set of rims and tires turned into an $11,000 job because I had to buy a whole new lift kit and have the whole thing lifted up. But it's big and fucking beefy. And I already did some performance work to it. I've got long tube headers, cold air intake. I've got it tuned. So it's probably pushing close to about 500 horsepower. So even for a big truck, it still moves pretty good. And it just sounds dirty. So I love it. I'm just waiting for my goddamn car. It's been in the shop for like 2 months now. The guy said he was going to have it done. And they were waiting for parts. With COVID and everything, parts are taking forever. But he promises me it'll be done Thursday. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town for the next 3 weeks. So the performance work will be done on Thursday. And then he's going to bring it to the auto body shop to have my hood and my body kit done to it. So finally, what was a midlife crisis this summer, I'll have my Christmas gift, my car completed. So I'm excited. All right, so we're just doing a little back workout today. Josh has become my full-time training partner now. Obviously, he lives with me. We try to coordinate our schedule so we can train together. For the most part, I always use Newbie. Sometimes we train in here, but I spend my entire day here. We're going to Malibu to my other client's house. So there's one gym in LA County that's open still called Coast Fitness, and they're just telling California basically to go screw themselves, and they're remaining open. So I typically go there to do my workouts, unless it's like later in the evening because it's really a shit show over there. But for me, it's more like just the social aspect of things. Today, just to kind of keep things quick, I gotta pack up because I gotta leave for Phoenix tomorrow for a week. So we're gonna train here, get it over with. And again, I decided to use the BowFlex for the entire workout today for back. I had this beautiful Prime setup to do, traditional pull downs and everything, and all the handles in the world. But sometimes I like the convenience of the BowFlex and the workout you get is actually pretty great. So everything we're gonna do today, it's on the goddamn BowFlex because that's what I've pretty much used since lockdown, and I've created champions on the BowFlex. Kind of fucking wild. I've got Mike Tyson training on it, Dexter Jackson training on it. Everybody's been on this thing, so it's a sleeper for sure when you have the Newbie to it. Back, drive back. Good. There you go. 4. There it is. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Not bad for an old retired guy. So this is kind of the physique I want to carry. Probably on this kind of level of leanness. I actually want to lose a little more muscle. I'm like 241, 242 right now. I'd like to get to like 230 and be just maybe a touch leaner and be more athletic. And this is going to be the face of health and wellness. So as I'm transitioning away from competitive bodybuilding, you know, Mike said it best for me one day. I was talking about how I got to downsize. He's like, motherfucker, don't get too small. He's like, you think you'd be my trainer if you're some skinny ass dude? He's like, you have an opposing physique. He's like, you are your business card. People want to be with you because of the way you look. He's like, so don't lose too much of that. So kind of opened my eyes that like, I don't want to show up to nothing, but I also don't want to be as big and as bulky as I was before. So I got to find this happy medium of like, holy shit, that's a bodybuilder with physique. But then also be able to hop on the track, outrun everybody and outjump everybody and be healthy while doing it. So that's kind of my balance that I'm trying to strive for right now. So still doing intermittent fasting most days, mostly keto. I fell off keto when I went to New Mexico and ate nothing but I had an entire week of nothing but wholesome, fattening foods, lots of fruits and vegetables and whole eggs and sheep cheese and sheep butter and all this crazy stuff. Didn't step in a gym for 5 days, didn't even do cardio, nothing. It was the first time in like 25 years that I've actually taken a break like that, and it was nice. And I came back and my body looked fine, so, you know, missing a couple days of the gym is gonna kill you guys. So I don't need to remind myself, most importantly. But yeah, so that was a little workout. I want to put you guys through really the staple of Death Row Gym, which is the BowFlex and the Newbie. You know, that's kind of what defines this whole place. I have everything else, but you can literally do everything you need off the BowFlex or the Newbie and have amazing results. As you can see, this is what I've basically trained on since March. I've got Dexter Jackson, one of the best bodybuilders in the world, getting ready for his final Olympia, and he's going to be a top 4, top 5 guy easily, and mostly all BowFlex and the Newbie. Mike Tyson got ready for his comeback fight on the BowFlex and the Newbie. I had Odell Beckham Jr. in here training one day using the fucking BowFlex and the Newbie. So, you know, you don't need this elaborate gym with all this crazy equipment to get things done efficiently. You know, it's nice to have all those options, but when push comes to shove, something simple like that, and it's all about the effort you put in. So, thank you guys for following along today. Again, I want to give a huge thank you to Josh. So I didn't touch base enough, but Josh is literally my childhood friend. We met when we were like 3 years old at like some mutual family party. And then from like 3rd grade on, we lived down the street from each other and we're best friends ever since. So here we are 30 something years later and reconnecting and starting life all over again. So it's pretty fucking exciting. You know, we were workout partners all through high school, 5 o'clock in the morning, go work out before we go to school, then go to football practice, and then go out and party all night. But yeah, so it's nice to have him back and, you know, try to bring some of that youthfulness back out of me. And he's an athlete too, so it's great. Like, I have someone to go throw the football around with or go play basketball, do those type of things that no one else around here in LA was really interested in. So I have someone that's interested in every single thing that I'm interested in as well, so we can go out and actually do stuff and explore. So, good shit.